Hi, this is Pete the Nerd from the Nerd Lair. I'm just doing this video to talk a little bit about disk drives, and I brought a couple of them along with me here. I have here two disk drives. The one on this side right here is the traditional IDE disk drive, or EIDE, or parallel ATA. It has the wide cable and also the white connector there for power. This is a 20 gigabyte drive. It's an old disk drive. The new one over here is a new SATA drive, Serial ATA, SATA. It also has a new black power connector. And you can see the disk drive cable on the SATA drive is much narrower than the disk drive cable on the IDE drive. So this is the SATA, this is the IDE. The SATA drive I have here is a 1 terabyte drive. So it takes 50 of these drives to make the equivalent of one of these drives. Okay, now when you have disk drive problems, what typically happens is that the computer will not boot. And I've got a little demonstration here with a CD-ROM that will show you kind of what happens. Okay, so here I have my CD-ROM. Actually, there's a disk inside there. And there's a disk drive head, and if I point very carefully right there, that's where the head is. And the head rests in the center. That's the inactive area. Whenever you start up the disk drive, it goes out to read the outside track. That's where the master boot record and the directory are. So when it reads that outside track, everything's fine and it can read and work with the disk drive. However, unfortunately, many times the outside track does not work. And then you hear a click, click, click sound, because what happens is the head goes out, can't read anything, comes back in, click. Out, tries to read something, can't read it, comes back in, click. Out, tries to read it, can't read anything, comes back in, click. And it does this 4, 5, or 6 times. So you hear a click, click, click sound. That means that you can't get at the data on the drive. If you can't read the master boot record and the directory information, even though the data still resides on the drive in this area right here, you cannot get at that data because there's no way to figure out how to get at it. So these are some of the things that happen with disk drives. If your disk drive fails, your computer doesn't boot, but if you get that click, click, click sound, then you've got a real problem with the disk drive. Likely it's a failed drive. Okay, just a little bit of update on troubleshooting disk drives. This is Pete the Nerd from the Nerd Lair. If you've got any questions, write me at dialanerd, D-I-A-L-A-N-E-R-D, @verizon.net. See you soon.